Ani, bonjour, kwekwe, tansi, scano. Hello, it's Brian and Catherine from Moonstarlodge in South Central Ontario, bringing you a reading for the week of April 6th through to the 12th. I'm still using the spring cards mixed with a deck about trees, a deck about crows, a deck about flowers and dragons, and and an ancestor deck, of course. So this week, we are expanding on what we started last week. So the timeline for this week in terms of how it feeds into the process still occurs between summer solstice and autumn equinox. So there's no time difference. With that being said, Brian, let's just go to the cards. So our significator here, this is the tree deck, by the way, and there's one of each of the other cards. Significator is the Eight of Cups. A need to step away, go on a vision quest, take a vacation, go on retreat, or fully walk away completely from something that has served us and that we've loved, but it's just time to move on. Sometimes that's the only way we gain perspective. So this is about making possibly a significant, hard choice, but whatever it is, of course, is going to be different for each and every one of us. But being a collective reading, it says that absolutely this is what's going to happen for most of us. Now, in last week's reading, we did a lot of introspective stuff. It ended with the Hermit. We had the Four of Swords. So it says that all that cumulative, retrospective soul searching has created a time to step away. And it's clarified here by the High Priestess. In this ancient deck, it's La Papesa. But it's the High Priestess. So it's the blending of spiritual awareness and earthly, third-dimensional awareness. The archetype of the High Priestess is one of such Gnostic consciousness that nothing gets past her. So she's in support, watching every move. We take on this energy when we go in this, or we take on this archetype, if you want to call it that, when we go on this soul journey. It's followed by another eight, and this is the Eight of Swords. And it's a little bit of a warning not to wreck our introspective time by getting into built up, exploding doubts and rehearsing things from the past or anticipatory anxiety about things coming in the future. Rather, the guides and teachers are asking us to go to a place of creativity. With creativity, we can see things fresh and without the sense of, the perfectionism, the fear of failure, the fear of what if it all goes wrong. Creativity keeps us in the moment. And so if we approach what we need to learn from walking away and not let it get into an internal battle, then everything will be fine. The High Priestess energy is overriding the Eight of Swords. The next card here is the World, which implies that this becomes a successful journey. And so the World we had last week, and it's the completion of a karmic cycle. So in however many aspects that manifests, whether it's one cycle completed, a major cycle and a minor cycle of karma completed, however it manifests will be different for all of us. but it says that we successfully get to that point, and it's reaffirmed this week. The card that clarifies it is abundance. And yeah, this little dragon moth here, these are chrysanthemums. Of course, when we're in the position of the world, we have abundance in all possible manners, physically, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, at all levels of our consciousness. So that's a wonderful confirmation and affirmation that this is coming to us. We had also the Ten of Pentacles last week. And now we have the Four of Pentacles, which is stability in the material realm. Stability which can have with it some stagnancy, but it's saying that everything is fine, and being careful to keep maintaining stability feels less bipolar, if I can use that term. The swings aren't so extreme if we maintain stability in terms of using our resources. So we don't crash one day and then burn every ounce of energy the next day. Energy and time are currencies in this world and in this third dimension. So keeping stability and calm and peace is important. This card says, Astrological New Year. What may have seemed to have, sorry, I can't read this very easily. What may have seemed to have an end is just beginning to fully breathe. So we are moving into a new time. Of course, we have ended a cycle. This card is Justice. Justice is meted out, and sometimes the only person that can sanctify what justice is in a situation is us. It's our own awareness. But justice in this case, being a major arcana card, says it's a collective consciousness sense of justice. Justice is ours. We don't need anymore to be as the Seven of Swords here with our stolen arrows and our booty clutched tightly to chest and moving about surreptitiously, trying to just get on with things and not be seen. This is also the concept that we've talked about before, where a person feels that they're a fraud in some way, that they are an imposter. It's actually imposter syndrome. So we can let down that nonsense. Justice is open and honest, and it's out there. So we don't have to fly with our cards so close to our chest anymore. This is the Six of Cups. We had that last week. It's reflection on the past, perhaps as far as childhood. For some of us, that's a long time ago, but we can think about it from the place of the sun, and that's wonderful. We end with the Wheel of Fortune, and it's, the choices that we make this week, particularly if we make them from a place of stasis and honesty, will allow our fortunes to move forward. They've been very still for the last 2 weeks. So now it suggests movement is coming, and it's clarified very strongly by another card we had last week, which is the Ace of Cups, new emotional beginnings. You can flip the camera. So that's it. 2 weeks of interesting progress. I thank you for liking and subscribing and sharing our videos and commenting and helping that algorithm grow. So have a wonderful week. From Brian and I, aho, peace.